Yeah, so back at it again. I figured out you could brew the tea with onions and then you could vaporize it in those. So I'm vaping that at the moment. Pretty delirious stuff actually. I'm drinking it too. What else? Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is a really good one. So I figured out the mile to kilometer ratio based on that book that I got from the Museum of Limerick, and it's a great museum. But the mile used to be called the country mile because it's a different country, so it depends on the country. So in Ireland, the ratio of kilometer to mile is 1.5876, but in England and yeah, Wales, I guess 1.6129. Because you take the width of the country and you subdivide it into equal lengths, and that's how you find the country mile of the country. So, Britain was different, England and Wales, from Ireland. So, and that equals to 253 over 10,000, or that, 0.0253. That's all that stands between England and Ireland, yeah, and Wales. Anyway, the Scots probably have a slightly longer one because they're mad bastards, and Northern Ireland is kind of in between because and they're lovely people and they just want to be both. So what? They're like by country, Yeah, they like Union and they don't like. No, they like Union and they like Ireland. Yeah, that's all they do. So please, no more troubles. Anyway, that's enough of that. Is there anything else in the calculated history? I don't think so. Oh yeah, that's the standard definition of the mile, isn't it? The 62 to 100 ratio to kilometer, because that's the English mile, right? Yeah, it is. That for some reason, don't know. I don't know. Going through my calculated history is always exciting. I hope, yeah. That's interesting. There's all sorts of numbers in there. Yeah, I don't know. I never really know how to do math. I'm stupid. I'm retarded, they said. Yeah, in school. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. Some kind of number. Well, yeah, obviously. Sometimes I do years as well, yeah, on calculators, because, I'm bad at math. That's why I use a fucking sharp right view EL dash W531. Yeah. And it's the same battery. I've never opened it. It's the same battery. Sorry, it's a good segue to sharp calculators. It's the same battery since I was in fucking school. Yeah. I never opened it. It's the same fucking battery, yeah. For 20 years nearly. That's why I fucking use them. And guess what? This thing has all sorts of things on it. So you need to keep that, together, usually. And to switch them off, by the way, you spastics, you press that. Right, it doesn't switch off. Why not? Because you have to press the orange button, second function. Yeah, you press that, and then you press on again. And that switches it off. And yeah, then you close it. So I've been conserving the battery for like 20 years now. Only for the important calculations such as that. Anyway. I got hard drives here. I'm gonna read with my phone later on. And guess what? The Logitech keyboard with AAA battery can be recharged, and I recharged both of them, and it does turn on when I plug this into my phone. Yeah, it does. Like, you can't see it at the moment because it's off, but it does turn on. It needs a dongle. Yeah, with the mouse. The mouse has a dongle somewhere. I don't know. I need to find the dongle. Where is the dongle again? I don't know. I fucking kept it somewhere. I can't remember. Fucking dongles and shit. Anyway, that thing is in C major. We figured that out. It's exactly C major on the first. 440 hertz. There's more shit there. Of course, there's shit everywhere. What else is there? Well, you wanted the long one, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, you're getting the long one now. Steel garden sheds and greenhouses from B&Q. Yeah, that's a good card. It fucking is like. All sorts of things in there. So the one I like is probably the wood grain one. Yeah. but a larger one, so I can live in it. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I like that one. So it's the upgrade to wood grain that, and the original model is that. Don't know. It's a standard one. Yeah. That'll be nice. I could live in that. Yeah. That's a nice shed right there. But maybe a window as well. Like, you know. Like, I think some of them had windows. Yeah. Yeah, like that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Yeah. See, there's a window on that one. Yeah. I want that one. Yeah. Upgrade to wood grain, multi-store, whatever. Yeah, I want that one. I could live in that. Yeah. There's a window and shit. Like, yeah, I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, I need a fucking shed. Like. Anyway. They have like grow houses, you know, for your weed and all that, obviously. Well, I mean, come on. It is for drugs, like, isn't it? Yeah. I kind of figured that out. Yeah, grow your weed in them multi-grow, yeah. Small planter, medium planter, large planter, all sorts of planters. Yeah, pot and bench, medium grow, shelving unit, and large grow shelving unit. You know, for when you need to upgrade, like, yeah. I'll probably go for 69 medium planter. And that is the medium, whatever the fuck that is. Now, how do you order? You shop in store. Yeah, select from this brochure, complete this order form, take completed order from any member or staff who place your order. Yeah, what happens next? Your order is electronically transferred from being queued to admin. Admin Steel Sheds will contact you to confirm all your order details. Admin Steel Sheds will agree delivery and installation date with you. Admin Steel Sheds will deliver and install on the agreed date. Yeah, and you don't have to pay. No, it's free. You just, you know, it's an invoice. You don't have to pay it. Okay, cool. I'm glad I figured that out. Anyway, then there's that. Small mesh rolls. Shop online at bugoff.ie. Yeah, you name it, we screen it. Yeah. Mesh rolls right there. Yeah. Shop online at bugoff.ie. What is it? A dash. Yeah. bug-off.ie. Yeah, that's the one. What else did we find? Oh yeah, a ticket from 303 bus. Yeah. So when was it served? BB 1129 and 1892 apparently. On the 8th of April 2025 at 14:35. Cool. That's probably all we need. And then this from the Oxford Helix set. It should be Oxford Helix, not Helix Oxford, but anyway. Yeah. Nothing on that yet. I haven't decided on my schedule. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that one out. Yeah. All of that. LHS, Limerick History and Society. That's the book you need to get. Yeah, page 442. 20 kilometers is 21 millimeters because we convert to mil. And 15 miles is 25 millimeters. Yeah. So that's how we found out the kilometer to mile ratio. But in Ireland, because it depends on the country. And by the way, this is really difficult to explain. So every country used to have its own mile back in the day, definition. And the elders met at Stonehenge and decided on a standard mile. So 543.20, okay. They decided on a standard mile. It was a standards council, really, the Stonehenge. And they decided on a standard mile. And somewhere there's a stone that's a mile long. That's a standard mile. Because there's a mile stone and there's a meter stick. And the meter stick is in France, right? That's where the meter stick is. The official definition of a meter and all that. Also, meter is interesting because you can do all sorts of things with meter. Yeah. You could subdivide it and you can multiply it. It's the only currency that we accept from now on. Not the fucking miles. Like, yeah, come on. We'll move on from miles. Come on. It has to be meters and kilometers from now on. Please. And thanks. Anyway. Oh yeah, that's my silver watch. So I had that for like over 10 years, the same battery, so it's extremely energy efficient. Friday the 11th of 2025. What month is it? March, I think, yeah. So it's Friday the 11th of March, 1991. There's more shit here. The usual shenanigans, you know. Pine cone, Oxford chicken cubes, Skittles pack, peppermint that, matches of random assortment, that card, you know, I need it for doll and all that, yeah. Doll card, yeah, doll card. Pine cones, Brasso, lighters, bullshit, Rubik's Cube. That thing is from, it's a snooze button because I never use it. From the Sony Dream Machine radio I'm still working on, yeah, everybody knows that one. My granddad's watch, my great granddad's watch. Olympic Games and all that, yeah. Plastic coated cards, all of that. Oh yeah, the glue is great, by the way. I've tried the glue, not huffing it, no, gluing things with, and it was great. And yeah, I don't know, what did I glue with it? I can't remember. Something. There it is. I opened it for something and I glued something with it. I can't remember what. I definitely glued something with it. I can't remember. Like, there's so much bullshit in here. Yeah, that's the problem. I can never figure out. Well, what did I glue with it? Something anyway. Yeah. Fuck. I can't remember. I glued something with that glue. Because something wasn't holding somewhere, but I can't remember what. Oh, I remember now. So it was one of those Aspire Nano units. I threw out the package, the coil, because like it didn't work, no matter what I did to it. Like, so I opened that up, the whole thing, just to look at it, and I removed that coil bit, but it didn't work. And I soldered it and I glued it and everything. Yeah, I put my own Cantle coil into that shit, and it still didn't work. So unfortunately, it's a massive fail for Gotek Nano by Aspire. Yeah, I like the vape though. It's cool vape. Yeah, I kept the vape bit, but like the coil, yeah, you can't push your own. I tried all sorts of things. Yeah. And that one's still fucking going, yeah. And I'm vaping tea from it now. yeah. Get the QR code for the spastics, yeah. It's the Aspire Smart. It's the Polar Mint one. It's still going after like 2 months, yeah. Fucking hell, right? Fucking hell. Weighs. Yeah, let's measure myself. That's back and operational. Yeah, 62.2. It's not bad for a 34-year-old, yeah. Yeah. I walked like for like 20 miles yesterday or something like that, yeah. Because I was bored. A lot of kilometers. Yeah. That's the Lego piece that goes on top of the solo model, yeah. I think I showed that off before, right? Yeah, probably. That didn't work. I tried that with the Sony Dream Machine. Wired it exactly like it's supposed to be. Didn't work. It cuts out the entire fucking thing, like, so you can't see anything. So it goes on top of that. It's a shrine to all sorts of dead soldiers and artists, yeah. But it is quite accurate, the solar system set from Lego, yeah. Lego solar system set. It's probably the only one. Like, just buy it. It's not that expensive, to be honest with you. Controller of things. More Lego Van Gogh in that carton. Tapes everywhere. The 2 towers of cassette tapes, yeah, because I'll use them eventually. Yeah, glasses, origami pieces, yeah, all sorts of bullshit, yeah. Gretsch, Shrine, the Gretsch guitars and all that. I don't know. That, yeah, because I'm still working on that. That's an altar to all sorts of things, audiovisual. Yeah. Live with that, I suppose. What the fuck, man? Yeah, I know. That, yeah, Jar Jar Binks is on the ground because he's had enough. Yeah. And in place we'll have the Black & Decker soldering iron holder, I guess, yeah. With all sorts of bullshit here. Best bro is missing. What's in the fridge? Fucking nothing, yeah. Only rotten milk. And rotten onions. That's it. There's nothing else. I'm completely out of food. And the ship is... Well, it's still there. You can see the bottom of it through the vinegar. Yeah? That's the bottom of the ship, right? That we froze, the vinegar. We froze the vinegar that we boiled, yeah. And it's still like that. It's cool, isn't it? Yeah. The epoxy is still a bit wet, which is cool. Um, it's a good experiment, like just to see like if it will work. It fucking does, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the usual synthesizers that I built from an orange box. Yeah, the precision, this craftsmanship, everything. I appreciate that, please. And yeah, little birdie. Yeah, yeah. I found that in a house my family moved into, and they said like we're gonna throw it away. And you know what? I saved it. I was like, that's a cool picture. Yeah, I had it ever since. Like it's a little bird picture. Yeah. What is this? It's a red-legged partridge. Yeah, I just saw that picture and I was like, that's pretty cool. So I saved it, and it was made in Britain. Yeah, fine quality art, product handmade in Cornwall. Yeah, by Manuscript Limited. So I was like, that's a nice picture. So I saved it. Yeah, I checked inside of it. I don't think there's anything inside of it now. But yeah, I really like those little birdie pictures. Yeah, so I just saved it. Yeah. My grandma has the red grouse, I think, hanging in her room, because that one has a hanger. This one doesn't. So this one's a standing picture. It's the what is it again? It's the red-legged partridge. Nice. You saved it? Yeah, of course I did. I save everything. I'm into recycling and reusing all that, stuff. Anyway, so the cards I'm going to play tonight for, whatever. Analog Rhythm Mark II. Right, with the green filter, because my eyes are photosensitive and shit. Well, my watch, obviously, because it's going to be needed, because I'm going to be sampling the cassettes, the VHS tapes into this. Yeah. So, like, I'll need that. That's the time code. USB cable, grey variety. By who? From Amazon, probably, yeah. Or Voxo, I don't know. Voxon, yeah. Oh, it's almost like an anagram. No, not an anagram. What's that thing called again? That reads like backwards and forwards and upside down. It's not an anagram, it's something else. I can't remember the name of it. Ambigram or something, yeah. It's an Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. You should read that book. It's fucking great. Yeah, I read it when I was a child and I thought it was way better than Da Vinci Code. I think Da Vinci Code is a bit overrated. Yeah, Angels and Demons is a great one. And guess what? There's a movie with Ewan McGregor in it. Yeah, you should watch that one. Anyway, he plays the Pope in it. Yeah, it's a great movie. Battery at 94%. Yeah, it's a great battery made by, I don't know, I had the box somewhere. Do they really need to know? Yeah, I think they do. They really want to know the box. Where is the box for the battery? I don't know, I fucking kept it somewhere. I can't remember. It was some kind of a battery I bought, yeah. It's that one from Funtech, yeah. Funtech and the battery, yeah. There's no codes on it, unfortunately. It's the one with the readout and the button, yeah. That's all there is to it. And it's got lightning, it's got USB-C. It charges through that USB-C, and this is a high power output. Yeah, it's actually really cool. So I use that for like high power output, so you can power your keyboards and stuff with that. Yeah. USB-C, whatever the fuck you want. So you can plug in like micro and whatever. Yeah, that's why I have this battery. It's brilliant. And I also have like some Velcro on it because I stick it to things and stuff. Yeah, you should buy that if you're a musician. It's a good rack. Anyway, the best Walkman ever made, right? And then modified by me. No, it doesn't have a battery at the moment. Well, no. The Panasonic RQSX 75. Yeah, in blue. Yeah. What's inside of it? A violin concerto by Vivaldi for guitar. Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I carry on my person. Yeah, at all times. Anyway. It's fun, isn't it? Oh, it's a lot of fun, yeah. We're still going, oh yeah, we're still going. What do we have in there? The donkeys. So the paint. Look at the paint, right? The paint is acrylic, isn't that? Icon, whatever, yeah. Viridian icon. So the paint, if you droop it, it creates like different textures. See, like sometimes it's brighter, sometimes it's darker. It's really cool effect. So if anyone thinks it's a stupid technique, think again. See how cool that is? Yeah, there's like a texture to it and everything. All you do is just drop it on the set and like let it dry. Yeah. It's quite interesting. It's a different technique. I know it's not detailed and stuff, but like still, you know, you can do that if you want. Textured paint with acrylics. You just put it on top of your sets that you take out of your box. That's all I did. I didn't snip them off, like, yeah, not yet anyway. The other donkey is somewhere. Yeah, it's in the Solid System set by Lego. Yeah, you should buy that Lego set, by the way. It's great. Solid System set, yeah, by Lego. Anyway, those are the games I need to replay on my PlayStation 4 whenever I buy it, whenever I have money. So I need Syndicate, I need Valhalla, London especially, or London nowadays, or Londinium back then, I don't know, London. Far Cry 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe later. Because I need to rebuy it, yeah. Because you see, I bought it as a bundle with the PlayStation 4 Pro, and I sold that bundle, so I technically didn't buy it digitally, so I need to buy that game digitally again. It's kind of unfortunate, yeah. Because I lost the CD, right? Yeah, the DVD or whatever, Blu-ray. And then I need a HDMI to S-Video converter box from Funtech, I guess, to play through that. Yeah, that's all I need, really. I don't need a fucking HD monitor. Like, if I play those games, they're scaled. The UI is scaled perfectly for those older televisions. So the cutoff point for video games is really like about 2016, isn't it? Yeah, something like that. And then Valhalla is like one of the best ones ever made, and Far Cry 5. And Red Dead Redemption 2, 2018, right? Yeah, because size-wise, you don't need any more. Like, what the fuck are you doing playing bigger games? Like, this is already as big as it gets, right? Yeah, yeah. By 2018, 2019, something like that. Yeah, 2020, Odyssey. Yeah, holy shit, right? Anyway. So, the book of Mostly Good News, the Mostly Good News book, if not hashtag all, yeah, is the one you get from the library around the corner from me in Limerick. EU Transport and Figures 2024, and like, yeah, it's just awesome. There's graphs, there's charts, there's all sorts of things in it. Please get it. It's free anyway. It's a free book, and it really showcases how important EU is to the whole world, and that it's doing really, really well. And the EU is awesome. For the kids, know that. If you think EU is bad, you're wrong. EU is a really good thing. Yeah. Anyway, this is my book of that Munster Railways, yeah, for £5 from the Museum of Limerick. What's in that? Well, you wanted a long video. Well, shit, I'll give it fucking 40 minutes if I could. Anyway, so yeah, we all know that. Yeah, it started around the corner from me, like, yeah, 1820s, yeah. 1820s, like nearly 200 years ago, nearly. Trains. That's a map of things. So Limerick is the center point of the Earth, pretty much, and everything else spins around it in a circle. So north always shifts around it, east always shifts around it, south always shifts around it, and west also. I've checked it multiple ways, multiple fucking degrees and shit like that. Yeah, it's actually ridiculous, but the whole polar shift is around Limerick. Yeah. It does check out. I've checked it multiple times, and that's the old map. And then I'm gonna go to the junction, the old junction, not the new one. I think it's the hospital town. The new hospital town is called hospital because it wasn't there before. That's the old Limerick junction. And I need to go like Killinan, which doesn't exist anymore. Boher, that doesn't exist. Palace, which was used to be called New Palace, and now it's called Palace Green. And then I need to go to Ula. I didn't see that anymore. I think it still exists. And then the hospital town, right? That's the old junction. Yeah. Because it's by Kilmallock. Yeah. In line. Anyway, you know, I'm just researching trains and all that. Yeah. You know, I'm like some of a documentary maker myself. So the numbers there, 440, refers to the wheels. So it's got 4 and 0 wheels. Yeah, I know, it's kind of ridiculous. The lads there, who's the cowboy, I wonder? In 1882, yeah. So that's the size of the wheel, like by 1922. Nearly as tall as a person, up to the shoulders, yeah. Look at that guy, yeah, it's nearly their height, like, right? Appreciate the size of that. That's a massive wheel. See, that train went for fucking 60 years, nearly 70 years, yeah, 70 years it went for. How many trains these days can go for 70 years? I'm just saying, it's a rhetorical question, really. That's the Ranks grain silo. So they used to feed the entire fucking Limerick, really, through grain, you know. Yeah, really important wagons. Um, Also, that's an older picture. You can see that, right? That's a smaller train, and it's further away, and the rail track is different and everything else. That's a newer picture. So 060 means it has 3 side wheels connected, right? 6 in total. So 060, and 6. It's probably through the middle one, right? Yeah, on each side. That's how that goes, right? But that's one of the earlier trains from like, you know, the beginning of the fucking railways. Yeah, 200 years ago. Yeah, pretty much in Limerick. Yeah, yeah. So I think it's one of those, maybe. Yeah. 440 means it's got 4 wheels and they're double. Yeah, that's all there is to it. And a 0 axle for some reason. Anyway, so that's a great book from '84. Yeah, I know. What about that one? Dreadnought, designed by J.G. Robinson, locomotive superintendent, Limerick, built by Doobs, yeah, in Dublin probably, Doobs, yeah, and County and Company, sorry, 1897, scrapped 1951. Yeah, wow, they went a long way, didn't they, back then? They did. I'm still continuing though, yeah, as you should. As you rightfully should. By the way, this flask from the tobacco shop is awesome. I used it for my tea on my way to Ardna Crusher. But guess what? The the old railway bridge is gone. Yeah, yeah, from the Corbally Mills. So I couldn't cross. So I had to go all the way around and went back to my Ross pretty much. Yeah, by the train tracks. Yeah, so I crossed the massive train bridge or bridge train or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, I had to, and then some kids helped me to get out of it. Yeah, it was a weird situation. I was kind of stuck behind the barrier, but they told me how to get out, and I did. I got out and then walked to my Ross and then back to Limerick. Yeah, it did happen. I have pictures to prove it. Like, yeah, all in one day. And that was after I walked nearly the same way in the midnight by the cottage. Yeah, the Corbally cottage. I did. Yeah, at night, at midnight, I walked it by the moonlight. Yeah, with no torch, no nothing. Nah, yeah, yeah. In my Columbia shoes. And then during daytime, I wore my cowboy boots. Yeah, I did, and I walked to the canal, you know, then I crossed the canal, and then I walked the entirety. I have all the pictures anyway, the entirety of Shannon Fields and all that. Yeah, yeah. It's cool though. I really enjoyed my time, and it was a beautiful day. And the bathhouses, yeah, the old bathhouses, they're kind of like, what happened to the water there? It says like it's not safe or something to swim in. Since 2004, it says on the thing, like yeah, on the notice board, yeah. I don't know what happened there. It used to be safe to drink and swim in, like yeah, yeah. That was a weird discovery for me. Anyway, so I'm gonna sample that Gunshaw Classics 2, the BBC collection. Yeah, from 52 to 1960. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna sample that into my sampler box. Then I need to find Far Cry 5 characters. Yeah, and the book. Those things to see and do in Limerick. And then there's this. The map from the book, yeah. Show them the book you got from the museum. It's that book from the Museum of Ireland or whatever, Limerick, yeah. It's a good book. Mihal O'Brien, is this? Yeah. O'Brien. O'Brien. I don't know. I don't know how to fucking read Irish, man. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, he wrote a poem about the whole river of Shannon. And it's dissected into bits, and it's got colored pictures as well. It's only $5 at the museum. Please buy it. Yeah, I know the museum is free, but like, just buy a book. They need business. They do, otherwise they'll fold. Yeah, but this map doesn't. Haha. And Mihal O'Dranan. I can't read this fucking shit. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's all fucking made up anyway. 1794. We're in Limerick. 1994. So it was 200th anniversary of I don't know, his birth, I guess. Yeah. Says something there in Irish, can't read it, but there's a ISBN number. And he says something about Loch Ree. For some reason that's exploded, right? Yeah, so Loch Ree is there, right? Yeah. By Roscommon. Roscommon is there. We think it's probably railroad tracks, because look at that straight line, right? Yeah. Why would it be so straight? Probably for a train. And what about that? That's probably the ring road, yeah. Because trains need ring roads, right? Yeah, probably, yeah. So it's a train map as well from like 1790s, yeah. So the trains go way older than you think. Anyway, and the point of the point was that at that point, the Shannon pot, there's an alien spaceship with a little creature. Yeah, and that's where Shannon started, and then Loch Allen, yeah. So I guess that's that, isn't it? Yeah. It's like Venom, you know, like, yeah, like a black goo type of.